you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from doilies, door swags, things for your home decor, things for your garden like hanging baskets, wall planters, plant pot arrangements, etc. Weddings, funeral tributes, bespoke arrangements and much more. Right guys, I just wish to thank you all again for all your wonderful comments last night. It's very sweet and kind of you. The workshop looks quite spacious today because all of the hanging baskets, because I've completed them, are out under the cover what I have drying as I have treated them this morning. So first of all I wish to welcome some new subscribers. Now I think I mentioned this lady the other day, which I could remember her name, and there was a few others that I couldn't remember, so I may have mentioned your name. If so, I'll be mentioning it again. So I want to welcome Marilyn Eves, Barbara Stump, Laurie Stat, Angela to a T, Angel to a T, Kimberly Smith and Marta Ortiz. I wish to welcome you all to the Flower Patch, and I hope you have a wonderful time watching the videos and it inspires you to make something beautiful, either being for yourself, family member, friends, or even to sell on as a hobby as well. Right, I want this little bit is for my dear friend Sandra Rose, who has been with me right from the beginning of my time when I first started out on the YouTube. Just stating that her peonies were pink and now have gone white. I've got dust on my glasses, guys. I can see dust when I look. Well, I can remember when I did. Now Sandra, they may have updated it, but it may give you an idea. When, you know, back in the many years ago when I was doing fresh flowers, I got out my university books. Oh my gosh, my writing was neater than what it is today. Today it's just a hurry up and write it down. So I've written bits down again, not as in detail as what I did when I was doing the university course, but I hope it's understandable concerning why your pink peonies were pink and now have turned white. Right, as you know that peonies are perennial plants. They do produce pink, purple, red, white and yellow, I think, flowers. Well, and the plant itself does do best in an area where there's full sun or partial shade, but it requires cold winter temperatures. Believe it or not, it requires cold winter temperatures for the maximum flower production and the quality of the flower. But they should also be at the same time sheltered from any harsh weather and have well drained soil with a neutral to slightly acidic pH levels. They are, as everybody knows, noted for the big flowers, you know, the big beautiful large flowers, which occasionally, like I say, like you've stated Sandra, change colour. This is due to a number of things. It could be the environmental or the health related issues to the flower. Bear in mind, Sandra, I'm not saying that you've done anything wrong. This is just what I've learnt over the years. Brings back memories reading these notes. And again, It could be due to the environmental or health related issues. It could occur if the peony plant has been moved, or it's been transplanted, or otherwise stressed, which may cause, again, the peony flower to change or to lighten in colour, in fact. Though they state that the exact cause of it, Sandra, it's unknown. You know, it's not known. So depending on the amount of damage and specific type of plant, because there is different names of peonies, the original colour may return after 1 to 2 years, Sandra, but it might not return at all. So this again can be caused through illnesses to the plant, not due through perhaps your fault, but illnesses to the plant, viral infections, drought or pest infestation, which will increase the stress level of the plant, and it may affect your colour of your flowers. And I do know that, I mean, I have found some more information in my study books. This might be a bit confusing because it were to me when I read it again. But I will read it off. I found, again, like some information in my study books, and it's to do with the red pigments in the plant, which is called, oh now then, I can't remember how to pronounce this, Sandra, cyanins, something like that, Sandra, spelled ANTHOCYANINS, which can be used as pH indicators because their colour changes with the pH levels. So they are red or pink. Well, if you want red or pink the flowers, then they go like in an acidic solution, which is, you see, I don't want to like give off the chemical numbers. It's a pH, that sign, number 7. So, and I'm doing it the way you would look at it. You're looking at me. pH, that sign. Hang on. Yeah, pH, that, and then number 7. Purple flowers, they tend to put in neutral solutions, which is pH, and then you've got that sign, and then 7. Now greenish yellow flowers, you put in alkaline solutions, which is pH, that sign, the opposite way around, and then 7. Sorry, Sandra. And colourless, which is, you know, in very, very alkaline solutions, the pigment of your flower is completely, virtually reduced. So if you want red peonies or be purple, they need to be have neutral soil, in pH soil. That's what I found in the thing. That is confusing to me now, Sandra, as I've got older. I think it must have been confusing in the past to me, but don't dwell on that. Please don't dwell on that. You can also, you know, just go and have a look in, you know, on Google or on an actual garden or horticultural site, and type in things like, you know, why is my peony was pink and now is white, or so, and some will tell you about them. But that is what I had back, and this is the back in the day. Well, back in the day, oh, just a few years ago when I was 20. So, but that is the reason. It's because they're either been moved, they're stressed, or pest infestation, viral infections, drought, anything like that, Sandra, will cause your peony to fade in colour. And again, you may not get that colour back. And it, like I say, it does require sun or partial shade, and the cold winters will temperatures give the maximum production and quality of your flower, but at the same time it should also be sheltered from harsh weather, so, and have a really well drained soil with a bit of acidic pH levels in. So I hope that helps, Sandra. I really do. Sorry if I sounded a bit scientific like I'd come over a bit weird, but that's just what when you said about your peonies, that's just immediately I could remember that I did things like that on my course. So again, if mine's confusing and I've not simplified it enough, Sandra, sorry my sweetheart, just type it up on Google and see, and it should take you to some sites and that. Right, today I've had a request. A lady, her sister, her young sister has had a baby girl, and she would like me to do, well, a request, not a request, an order. She would like me to do a little flower arrangement to give to her sister. I think I need to attach this in. Let me just get the potting tape, guys, because that won't sit straight. So I've got a little tray like this, and I've had a bit of dry foam, and this is just an oddment out of my, sorry, I'm chewing gum, out of my oddments, and I've just made it sure it's big enough to sit in there. I've wrapped it up in wreath wrap, and now I'm going to attach it. I will alter the camera, guys, because I want you to watch, or I may just like bring it down a little bit more. I'm just going to just put the tape under here, get the pot tape, go under here as well, and then join and overlap where I've just placed the beginning, just so it stays secure, and then snip that bit off. And I'm going to do the same just on the other side. I just want it to be nice and secure for her sister, so it doesn't come out. And I'm going in all the grooves where there's a dip. I am going in there. Some people will just do that so you can see the hole through it. I like to follow the dips. I like to follow the dips of the tray. So if it's going in, then I will press it in and put a crease where it's sitting, and again go over and overlap the one that I've just started. So now that's not going to come out. Yippee! So I've just done that, and now I'm going to go through. Now this is what the lady has come, sorry, I didn't tell you, she came yesterday afternoon while I was doing the baskets, and this is what she has chosen. So I'm going to alter the camera, guys, so we can all see. So it may get smaller, I think. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. 1 moment, guys. So I'm going to leave it like that for a moment. I've got my heater on, guys. It is pouring it down with rain, and it's got a bit of a wind as well. Right. The lady requested that she had like stems in the middle with, I'll get them all out, I don't know how many I'm going to use yet, but I've cut some off to show you some of this gypsophilia. There's loads of different types of gypsophilia. This is push-ups placed in the centre like a ball shape, and then obviously some grass coming off of it and going round like a crescent. She's asked for these baby carnations, or dianthus as some people know them. She wanted some twiggy bits in. I've got some pink twiggy bits. She says not overloaded with them, but she'd like some in. She spotted these like lilac-y pink wheat. She says if they look okay, place some in. If they don't, not to bother. So we've got those. I mean, I've got others, so it'll be like a ball. I've brought out lots. So it'll be like a ball in the centre, higher up. I suggested that I chop bits of the pink orchid and place some pink in there as well, or maybe around the bottom. She liked that idea. She chose, I've cut these down already to save a bit of time, the ficus, but the type that's a bit veiny. I don't know what type, but I like this one. So she's chosen that one to go around the bottom of the tray. So I was chopping these down to start with, and then she also says she'd like a few rose petals in. So we've got, well, rose leaves should I say. So we've also got those for our foliage. I've also got some gypsophilia in this type. There's two different ones in this type, because I suggested placing a bit and intermingling it with the foliage around the bottom. And she liked that idea as well. She's chosen that she can't make her mind up. She wants me to see. She's chosen these dahlias. Aren't they lovely? She likes the way they are and how they fluff out, but she's also at the same time chosen some roses. She says she'll leave that concerning the flowers with my choice, but she would like to have a few little buds in as well with the bigger flowers. So that is what we've got today. And I did suggest have a pink ribbon and just do a bow and glue it to one of those, and let the tail ends dangle down, and maybe attach them to where they come around the stem of this in the center. So she liked that idea. So that's what we're going to do. So first of all, guys, what we need to start and do is our ball in the center. Now, if you feel this may be too heavy, these may be too heavy, place in, which I think they could be because they're only like these trees, a few decorative pebbles. Oh my goodness me. Oh, thank you, Janine, for wishing me all the best with my back. I've got a brace on at the moment. What's supporting my back? Just place a few in around the sides, just for that little bit. Look, as you can see, that little bit of weight. I don't want too many, because obviously I'm going to be placing things in. It's just like that, just to give it that little bit of weight to stop it from toppling over. Oh, place, oh, that there. So let's get, I want to try and keep these all at the same length. Some are longer than others, I've noticed as I was going through. So, and I want them all pushed up to the top. And again, I'm just measuring them in length so they all are the same. It's a bit longer. Oh, hang on. I'm looking for the longer stems. That's okay. Just take this bit of plastic off of the bottom, guys, which is one of my pet hates. Again, I'm waiting for another parcel today. A delivery. It's for the funeral for that lady. I'm trying to get it as close as I can so I've got majority of the stem. Pull them down. Oh, look at that. I can do that with these. Let's measure the height. Yeah. So I'm just measuring the height with them so they're all the same. Yeah. And I didn't prepare these because I wanted to show you how, you know, I get them and all the same height. And I'm just placing them aside of each other. Let's see if I can do the same with these. No, that's too small. And that's too small. So these I have here, let's measure. Yeah. No. Just had that one, I think. Too small. Too small, I can see it already. Just So let's just hold these and see now. And now what I'm going to do with these, I'm placing the bottom of this in line with the one next to it. And I'm just putting them together, crisscrossing them over so you've got a crisscross on your stem. Making sure that the bottom is all equal. Raise that one up a little. And as you can see, it's starting to form that ball. Just keep, this can be a bit painful because it's hurting my hand here because I suffer with arthritis, so it can be a bit painful on your hand, so try not to hold it as tight. If it hurts too much, the best thing to do, guys, excuse me, is get a piece of floral wire, and as you go along, pull it in tight, but then come down as a spiral pattern down your stem, and that will hold them together. So then if you can't hold any more, at least then, and then some drop off, you know you've still got this clump together, that you haven't got to start all over again. And that will help. Let me just, in fact, I might need some more. I'll take all these off. I was always taught that if you can't hold them, when I did bouquets, when I first started out on my course, they always said if you can't hold it, if you suffer with any illnesses and that, arthritis, osteoarthritis, or any other type of illness or health condition, and you just can't hold the bouquet, wrap something around it, preferably the floral tape, floral wire, because it's the same colour, or even tape it up with floral tape, this, just so they're all held together, and then you can let go and it won't be as hard on, you know, on your hand, because it does hurt down here for me, depending on, you know, on what I am actually doing. Again, I'm just measuring. As you can see, this one's longer. I don't want it that long, so I'm cutting, and I'm placing the flat part of these clippers against here, the shorter stem, so it doesn't go any further. Perfect. Because there's some days, guys, where I can, when I'm doing my work, my hands are absolutely in pain. It's not a daily thing that I get it. You know, I don't envy if you do get it on a daily basis and it's there all the time, because it is painful. So like today, I don't know why they're hurting today. I think it's because I've done all those hanging baskets, and yesterday I tend to work on 2 at a time and cutting everything down before I place it in the hanging basket and then preparing it all. So I had 8 hanging baskets here yesterday, waiting, you know, so it was quite strenuous on the hand. So I didn't finish work. I usually finish at 4 in the afternoon, but I didn't finish till gone 6 last night, or late in the evening. So, but they had to be done anyway. So now we've put the floral wire around, and that's holding that in. Once we've done, I will tape it up to give it that neater look. So then we carry on. So now that isn't going to, if I drop these fall off like that, I haven't got to start all again, because these are all together as one. So now you see the ball effect like that. Now you can see that I can't keep everything up here because it shortens the stem. So I have to bring this down here again, trying to keep it in line. And now you notice the floral, the gypsophilia is lowering, so you get more of a ball effect. Turn it round as you go. Place it there again. Again, the gypsophilia is starting to lower because it's under here. And twist. And again, when I say twist, I don't mean all the way around. I just mean twist, so you grab it in this hand, your opposite hand, turn, hold back with your opposite hand, and then get another one, place it under. I mean, if you're watching this on your mobile phone, you could zoom in, twist with my opposite hand, grab again with, I'm working from left, so I'll do it as you say. I've grabbed it again with my right hand as you're looking at it. So because I've twisted it with my left, and then place under, again, hold my fingers around, grab my left hand, twist like that, and then keep hold of that. And then wherever you see little gaps here, where there's a gap, fill it. And then you do the same. So I've placed that there, grab it, twist, and then with my right hand I'll grab it again, because I've got my floral on my left side, so I'm placing them in with my left hand. And then there's gaps under here, look, where it's a bit flat, so place that under, grab it with my left hand, twist, grab it with my right, and just hold it on the stem. And again, look for any place where you think, how many have I got left? 4. So 1 there, twist. Now I can see one here, so I want to place 1 there again, placing all the bottom of these gypsophilias in line with each other, twist. There's 1 here, twist again. Let's have a look. Yeah, and the last one here. So now I've got them all there. You have your ball. So I'm going to get another piece of floral wire, and I'm going to hold these in place. Now with this one, I'm just going to wrap it around the central point of the stem. And this again is just so I can keep them all together. While I let go. So they all are like so. So now you have your ball. So you could walk away, go and make a cuppa, come back, and you've got them all. So because now we had to lower our gypsophilia here, even though I've cut all the stems at the same height, they are now different. And this will be going in the center like a tree. So I want to chop. And I'm going to chop at the smallest stem, where the smaller one is, and because I can't obviously extend those now they're small. Let me just get my clippers and pull on this wire, guys. Again, just to keep it firm. So again, I have to go with the smallest stem. I could place them all in there, but then you may get some of these small ones lifting up like that, and it will make it look messy. So go with the smaller one, and now snip across. You can either do it singular, one at a time to make sure, and I'm using the flat piece of my clippers at the bottom there so I can't slide off with the clippers and go at a different height. And you just measure if they're all the same height by holding them together at the bottom. And if you can't go cut any more like that, you know you've got them all the same. So there's your little tree. So that is how you place those together and look nice. So now I'm going to wrap my floral tape around. And again, there's another way you can do it if you want to keep at the top of the neck, which I call here, tight. Do it again, but this time wrap it really tight around. I tend to use these for that because it gives me more of a pull. Till I meet up with the other one, and then I twist like I would if I was doing my ribbon. That's it, that's what I had to call. I don't twist a lot, and then if I wish I could pull the bottom one off like so. So now I have that. So then I will get my floral tape right under the neck, and then I will just go all the way down, and then I tend to come back up. I double up on myself, guys. You can use the pot tape if you like, but I've, you know, in the past found that the pot tape, it comes off. It really does, off the stems, I've found. And I'm just giving it a little bit of a pull so it activates the sticky side of it. And I'm just going right to the bottom. So when I get to the bottom, if I just take a bit off, because it's slightly not as tight as at the top, I hold it like so. So it's tighter and I get an even shape around the bottom. Let me just do that bit. So there you have your tree. I've got one what looks slightly longer. So there you have what I call a tree. So now that is going to be sitting in the centre. The lady did say she didn't want it tall. So because it's a big hole, I tend to just give it that helping hand. Because it's flat, I've cut the stems flat, they are not at a point. I dip it in my glue, go into the centre, there. So there is our tree, guys. Doesn't that look pretty? So now our next part is we add our foliage around the bottom. Now we've got that placed in the centre, we're placing our foliage. Let me turn that on. Peace. I feel like I was shouting. So we are going all the way around. It's like the tree of life. So we are just placing in and we are placing in different. We're going to make this quite full on the bottom because it's acting as like this is the top of your tree is on the top of a hill, and this is part of the hill coming down. So again, tree of life, guys. Isn't that a lovely thought? And it doesn't matter if these are going off to one side because we are going all the way around. That'll just give it a little bit more extra volume as we are going around. And what I'm doing, I am placing all these quite, if you can see, close to each other. I'm not spreading them around an inch apart. They are all quite close. Because we also have the rose petals as well. Some I may have to cut a little bit shorter. Oh, my tummy's grumbling. That must mean cake time. Gosh, it's afternoon time. Gosh, hasn't it gone quick today? I've got yoga tonight. I really quite look forward to going now. At first I was a bit, I don't know. But now I go, it seems to go really quick, the time spent there. And again, I'm just going all the way around, guys. So that's all you need to do, is just go all the way around. And all we're using again is just 2 pieces of foliage, green foliage, and your gypsophilia. Oh, 3 onion grass. So that's a bit of foliage as well. I say, because I usually like to do a minimum of 3. Oh, that's a long one. I didn't cut that one. That's silly of me. That's small. I've got glue attached to my bracelet and it's tickling my wrist. So as you can see so far, this is the hillside. You can press it down a little bit more if you wish, because obviously we're going to be having a few florals in there. That's a bit long. Oh my goodness, I've just pushed it over me myself. I may need to get another stem. I thought I'd had enough. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe not, guys. Maybe not, guys. I may have calculated it correctly. Oh, I have. Oh, I have. So let's just put a bit of pressure and bring that around for now. So that is what we have. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that tape so it doesn't come off. I like things to be secure. So that is, my good gracious me, our Tree of Life hillside with our ficus. So now we're going to add in some rose, I can feel it again, rose leaves. Let's just cut several down. These are good. And just go around adding the odd rose in it as well. I'm going to do those all at different, so cut in the corners, in each corner, and then one in the centre. So then I've done that corner, so one in the centre here. That there. And then one in the corner again. And then one in the centre. So if you just keep remembering, like, corners and then the centre pieces. So I want 1, 2 more. And it's got some roses. I said 2 more, it was 1 more. Yeah, 1 more. So there are roses placed in as well. Don't worry if you can see under, because we are placing some florals there as well. We don't need this gyp. That can go there. So now we'll use this gypsophilia. And what I'm wanting to do, if you can see, I just want to see how much to place in. Just bring some of it down as well. That looks like it's by itself. I may place in 4 pieces. Just want to have a quick look by placing them. Yeah, so I don't need those. So I'm going to place in 4 of our gypsophilia, and I'm going to do those in the corners, oh well, in the central parts of each side. I could bring them under and bring them coming out here. That might be better, so it's not, you know, clashing with this on top. So let's just cut it slightly smaller. Go under some of our greenery. So you have it just slightly sticking out there. Again, lift up. Do the same on all 4 sides. Just have it coming out from some of, you know, from the bottom. Like so. So we've got the gypsophilia around the bottom as well. Now, the lady did say, could I place in a bit of grass, grass, such like joining the tree of life to the earth. I'm not really, I don't think she'd need, does she need just one? Because it's just one baby she's had. Or do I do two? And then attach the, let's glue those in there. And have it like so. Yes, I don't want the bent one though. I might put those in last, guys, because these, once they bend and you catch them, that's what happens. And I've tried many a times. Some of them you can't get back, so they're bent. So then you just have to cut them where they're bent. I do want to. Now, do I place in 1, 2, 3? Two, three. So I've cut the orchids and I've got just a little stem. And what I'm going to do is place glue on that and then push it in here and have it like so. But I want 3, so I want 1 here. If I just place them and do the triangular position all around the same height. That one's around like that around. So when you look at it from the top, you have the triangular position. So let's get this one in. I'm keeping my finger where I'm placing it. And that is going to go on there. And same with that. Keep my finger in the top of the tree where it's going to sit, so I don't lose where I'm placing it. I like to place things in before I, on some things especially, before I glue. Sometimes once it's in and you feel that it doesn't look right, you've got to take it out and it could leave a mess. And we don't want that. So there is our orchid flowers now in. I will place in the orchid flowers, maybe some around the other 3 around the bottom, but I will go, as you see, them 2 there, but I will bring it down the bottom and go in between these 2. So you've got then the triangle shape, like so. And it comes in there, and I will do that all the way around. So I'll hang on. In fact, let's get them in first, guys, because then I know they're in, and they're in the, oh gosh, correct position. We don't want that. Do I place it on a longer stem? I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to place them on my own picks for the length. Like so. I've just ordered another 1,000 of these picks, even though I've got about 500 down there. I like to have around over 1,000 on me. Oh gosh, right, that will not come out, so this one's going to be a bit of a nightmare, guys. Some of the stem is still inside and I can't get to it. So, oh. Right, so there are 3. So let's so that'll be on this corner like so. So we'll bring that out to about there. I'll cut it. We'll cut all these at the same length. Now, do the same on this. So we've got our 3 orchids in now, so I don't have to worry and forget that I haven't got them, and place something else in its place. Right, now the lady did say choose. Now, no, definitely not. Yeah, I'm only placing 3 of these in. 1, 2, 3, and then some buds. Just place a deeper pink in. I'll place those there for now. And then we've also got our carnations. Aren't they pretty for a little baby girl? Now I'm thinking with the carnations to sort of like have some stood up like that, but then I don't want them touching the tree, and it's hence also the twiggy bits, again earthy. I don't think you could place a lot of these in. I don't want it to look odd, so it'd have to be the odd ones. Let's get them in. I placed twiggy bits in arrangements before, but these are, now I didn't buy these twiggy bits, guys. I got them off my garden and sprayed them. I waited for winter, waited for the leaves to fall off my tree, and then went outside and then snipped some down and pruned it a little bit, and then I came in, that's a bit long there, I came in and then sprayed them. So that is a cheaper way of actually buying them. If you've got, or if you've got a neighbour that's chopping the tree or having a few bits off of the tree as they cut it or prune it or trim it down or just tidying it up, ask them if you can have a few sticks. Once you've got them, get some spray and spray them to whichever colour you wish, guys. Save them, you know, as natural as they are. So if they come, obviously they come brown, save them that colour and then spray them as you need them in a colour of your choice. Because if you tend to spray them all in one colour and then you think, oh, I needed some in blue, but you've not sprayed any in blue because you've sprayed them all in yellow or pink, then you're not going to be a happy chappy. So I say leave some of them unsprayed. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just leave those at the moment. Now, same with the wheat. I bought them in a natural colour but sprayed them myself. Because if some, I don't know about wherever, but you know, where I get them from, if you buy coloured ones, they're more expensive. So I buy the natural ones. Oh, these are terrible. Terrible to get in because they are, there's no strength in them. And there isn't, because they are real, they're not artificial. I tend to have to place the U-bend like I did on the corsage or buttonholes, go around the stem, and then go on to the, I tend to have to do it like that, and then all that will go get pushed in then. So let's just chop a few down. So if you didn't see the video on the buttonholes, I tend to get a wire for something that's not got wire in, or if I've took the head off of an artificial flower, and to make my own wire, I do a U shape like so, or like that. I do it at any length, it doesn't matter what length it is. Because these haven't got wire in, I place that on top like that, and I get the smaller one and I cross it over the long piece of wire and wrap it around a couple of times of the stem of the wheat and then let it hang. Then I chop the wheat stem, and then I get the longest stem of the wire now and go all the way down the small stem of the wire. So then I've created my own wide pick, and I can place that in, and I can also manipulate it into wherever I'd like it to basically sit. I do that on anything like that. I do it a lot on, well, all the time on my, you know, buttonholes or corsage, you know. I do it for those all the time. But like the wheat, I will do it on the wheat as well. Again, because this is real. So there's nothing there to give it that strength to, you know, place it in, because as soon as you start pushing it into the foam, it bends and it won't go in. They're not very strong. So hence the reason I have to do stuff like this. I want one more. Again, do a U-bend like so. Place that over the top of the U-bend, get the small piece of wire, the smallest stemmed piece, cross over the big one and go round the back of the stem of the wheat and just wrap it around a couple of times. Cut the wheat. Now you don't need that. You're left with the small one because you've wrapped that around. Get your big one and wrap it around this small one and go round, and that creates your length. So, and also a little bit so you can manipulate it into any position. Like so. So I don't want any more of those. Put those there. Right, so now we've got our roses. I don't want the stems that long. And I'm going to go in between the orchids with the roses, so they will be placed like that, guys. Don't they look pretty? So let's get these in. I'll do it here first. So in between the orchids, as your placement, turn your tree of life around as you go if you've not got a Lazy Susan. My Lazy Susan was shattered from yesterday, so she's not come out today. So that is how it's looking. I don't know if you can see. Oh, I don't know. I've got nowhere to hold it. Like so from the top. And then you've got your orchid, your wheat, a bit of your twiggy bits and your roses as well. So now to add in some of those. I think I'm going to place the grass in before we carry on. I don't really care for things. I like things like this, but personally I think it spoils it sometimes. I could do a love heart either side. That's not a bad idea. I'm going to have to get my wire out again. Let's get the grass in straight away. So to measure it, because I want to at least about that much. Now this will melt as I dip it in the glue. It will go all, I don't know, weird. And so you have to be quite quick with it. The thing is to try and keep it. Or do I just... I'm just going to hold it, guys, just to see what effect we'll get. Cross those over together. I could have used my marano sticks for this. I don't even know where I've placed them, because these are... Let me just see if I've got the marano sticks in here. Yes. Have I got pink? I should have pink. No. Is that all the same colour? Yeah, they're all pink. I find marano sticks better than the grass because that breaks. You can form a better shape. You can form the love heart shape. I'm just going to hold it there a moment. I'd have to have it slimmer than that. I don't want to... I'd have to lift that like that. But wouldn't that be better for a love heart, for a newborn baby, than the grass? I think so. So I think the sticks it is. So I'm going to have to keep these two together. And what I'm doing is putting those two together. Now these, they're called marano sticks. You get them in any colour. You place them in water and you can manipulate these and bend these however you wish, and they, once they're dry, they will stay like that. Fabulous things to have for decoration. I haven't got time to do that, so I will just place some wire around and glue the wire down. I'm just going around the tip of it. I'm going to leave a little bit like so, and I'm going to tape that, guys, because I don't like to see any mechanics. Even if it's being pushed inside something, I have to cover it. So I haven't got pink tape, so with us having green up there as well, that'll be fine. Right, so I've done that, and I've left a little bit of wire because that is going to stick in. But then once the wire is stuck in like so, I'm going to make the love heart. But I need to stick the wire in first because it won't sit still unless it is in. I'm going to put quite a bit of glue on. Centralize it and push it down. So I'm just going to keep that there, guys, for one moment. I bought out 4 just in case, so I don't need the green grass. I'll just explain to the lady, it didn't work. So now you bring it down, and you have to cross it over at the bottom and place another wire around it to keep them together. You have to make sure. Right, so it's there. So I've crossed them over like so. Get my wire, I'm going in between, up and over, so over and under should I say, on with one side, and then I do the same over and under with the other. And then once I've gone over a few times, I will make sure my wire is meeting together. I will twist the wire together so it's kept as one. And I'm going to go down to about 2 inch, snip it off, just test it again before I place it in. Yeah, so then now these I can take off but cut. So I get a bit of my tape again and I will just wrap. Let me take, oops, take a bit off of the roll, and I will go over and around to cover again my mechanics. Because we don't want this to be seen. Wire. It's not a good look. So because I've not switched my glue gun on, I'm going to have to put a bit of wire on my spatula. White glue around it. And then bring it down, place it under where I want it. And there you have it, guys. There is your love art for the, as we say, the tree of life. Welcome a new love to the world. Isn't that lovely? A lovely thought. So that is how, and again, you only have to type in, if you anywhere, you know, marano sticks, and you will get them any colour. You can get them in packs. I don't know how many are in a pack. I just placed all mine together. So that looks better, I think, than that grass. So let's carry on. We'll place those there. We may need to put some more foliage around the base, or I may put some moss. I don't know, because I don't want the little, you know, because I use real moss, so we may have to use different foliage. What do just looking to see which foliage will be better for a newborn. So with these, I'm going to go now in between the rose and the orchid. But what I'm going to do, place it on the top and give it a little bit of its own room. Like that. So that's those. How many did I get out? And I think we need a little bit of colour around the bottom. Where are... What did I do? I can't remember what I did with those little flowers. What's over here? I need 3. I'm going to bring some colour now. And I think I'm going to do it in there, there, there. Let's get 4 instead. And then there. Bring it some down around the bottom area as well. So let's do that. I think with the carnations, we've got to think what to do, because the lady did pick those. Now then, do I? I'm going to go near each corner. Again, just pop in and giving something a bit of colour down at the bottom. I think I'm going to just keep going around just to give it that little bit of colour around the bottom, because there's hardly anything there. And this will be the last of it. And then I've gone all the way around then. So then that is a bit of pink all the way around the bottom. So we definitely don't need those now. So the lady suggested these. Let's have a look. I might place one. Looks like whoever's made these have left the glue on it, glue strings. Oops. Oh, I may do one. either side. I don't think I want any more than those. Do I? I don't want to fill it up with floral at the top, well, under the tree. I want to be able to see the stem. So I think I'm going to have to just bring them out. Like so. Just from that corner there. Just lift it up. Just try and push it in a little bit more. Like that. So. Right, I think, I know it looks different here to what it does at the sides, look more busier, but I'm all right with that. I think we need something, let's have a look. Something to slightly represent the earthy feeling, but I don't really want it to cover too much. Let's have a look. I want to be able to see the stem. Again, you could put moss on it. I think they're a bit too big, guys. They're a bit too fluffy. Here we go. Here we go. Let's use these. Now this is boxwood, and these are like oddments. They could be pushed right into the bottom. And cut those a bit down a bit more, and used as like a grass effect. Like so. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I've wrapped, you know, I had these guys for a while and I've gone and placed tape around them. I don't know why. I think I placed picks on them, but then I didn't need them and took the picks off and used and kept the picks, but the tape didn't come off. But they are. There we go. We don't want the I'm just pulling off right, let's see how many. I don't know how many we need as of yet. These are just little picks. I got these from my wholesalers, boxwood picks they was called. And as you can see, I'm just going around there like so, and that's gonna like sort of like act like I could have used moss, but you know, I've got real moss, and I don't want that around, you know, a newborn baby. So I will use this boxwood in place of that moss. It will also give it that little bit of like the ground, the earthy ground. Oops. And I'm pressing it down so it's leaning again, because I want to see the trunk of the tree of life as much as possible. Get, I think maybe another one or two. Probably one more. Gosh, I'm glad I saved these. Well, it's not a case of saved them. I found them, should I say, on there. Under all the tea leaf. I placed them with where the tea leaf were, because they're very similar shape. Right, so that I'm not going to place any more of those in. I don't want to overload it. So that's that. We don't need those. So again, that. So instead of doing the bow all the way down now, we could just do a little bow in the centre of the love heart. Oh, so let's see how big we want. I guess a little bit bigger than that. I don't want it too floppy, guys, because it's silk. It's got no wire in. I don't want it to look too floppy. I don't know whether to do 4 loops or 2. Just 2. A mother and baby. Let me just see. See, it seems to need bigger. Or do I place one? I don't want weight. Do I place one though on there? These choices, guys, choices. I can't cope with choices. Let's see, or do I just do a small one and stick it to that? Oh, it's just, I tell you my, oh. So I've moved that so it's this 6-inch part. And I cross over. You see, I do this facing myself, but what I do, I cross over, and the one in my right hand, I take over the top and then come underneath to meet the other tail end here. I make sure it's central. Once it's central, I tie a knot so it can't go anywhere. Lift off. This is, I tend to do this, you know, sometimes if my hands hurt because of the, you know, arthritis. But then you have your little 2-loop bow, and you can then just glue it on to there. So let's have a look. I want to see. Yeah, I'm going to glue it on. I'm just going to pull that tight so it doesn't definitely come loose. Let me make sure my loops are the same. Yeah. Again, I haven't got my glue gun on. Pull that glue string off. I'm just going to stick it to that. Just hold it there now. I don't know if it's weighing it down. And then cut my tail ends. Oops, I've done it wrong way around. Oh my gosh, guys, what's wrong with me? That's wrong. Let's just grab that from out of the... Folding it in half to dovetail it. Just turn it around. There we have it, guys. So we have produced a little tree of life arrangement for a baby girl who's just come into the world, and then with a love heart from all the love and everything what surrounds her, and for all the rest of her life. I think it's a wonderful idea. And I think the lady will, you know, be really happy. I'll send her photographs at the end and off camera and show her. She did say she's in, because obviously she's in hospital. So she will answer her phone. So that'll be lovely. Not the lady in the hospital, get it right, sorry, that's my mistake. The lady who ordered it, she said she will be here in, because she's going to visit a friend, the lady in the hospital today. So that is our tree of life, as you can see from that side as well. The stem of the tree, or the here, the white, pure white flowers of gypsophilia, the pink orchids on the top with the nice roses, the baby carnations, the little rosebuds, and your ficus, and some rose leaves, and also some boxwood as well for the earthiness. So I'm sure she will love that, and some wheat as well, and then the marano sticks to give her that love heart. She didn't even ask for the love heart. She only asked for it down one side, but I think when she sees the love heart, she'll prefer that. And that is for her little sister. So why did I say friendly? You know what, I'm getting everything wrong today. I even thought it was Thursday. I said to my husband, oh my gosh, it's a choir night tonight. He says, no, that's tomorrow. I said, it's tonight. He says, it's tomorrow. What day are we on? He says, Wednesday. I said, are we? So I had to look at my phone, and I was like, oh yeah, Wednesday. I'm getting everything wrong. I even called my neighbour over the road, Jill, when her name's Liz. Hey. So anyway, guys, seriously, I think this is a wonderful thing to do for anybody, whether they're having a boy or a girl. Do a tree of life with gypsophilia. If you're having a boy, place something like blues or whatever colour, really. You haven't got to go for blues. Yellows, whichever colour you fancy, guys. And then place, 3 flowers on top. Mum, dad, baby. There's your tree of life. And a love heart with some marano sticks, or even, like I say, if you want to do it with the grasses, do that. And then just put some flowers along the bottom, and then use some, like I have, boxwood or even moss if you want to use moss for the grass where the tree is sitting on the mountain top. And I've used ficus as well, because that is part of the mountain top and the earth, while the tree of life is everywhere else. So again, I hope you really enjoyed that, guys, and again, give it a go. That would be a wonderful present for any mother and father who have just had a newborn baby, and to welcome the baby into the life. And again, you don't have to do the flowers I've used, roses and the orchids. You could use petals from, you could, like you saw me with the orchid, I cut the flowers off. You could use, if you want, gladioli flowers. You could use delphinium flowers. Anything on a longer stem. You could even use baby wild lilies as well. Absolutely anything, really. Irises. Anything, guys, whatever you like. So, and just to make it nice and welcome into the family and the newborn baby. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm going to yoga tonight to see if I can get this back into place, and also my back as well. Stretch it back where it belongs, and then I'll be coming home. They do have cake at half time though. that defeats the object, but they do. But I've got another couple of hours left yet. I've got to do other things. I've got to look at all the 8 hanging baskets to make sure they're all right as well, and they're drying off nicely. So all the best, guys. So please subscribe, share and like. And Sandra, I hope that little bit of information concerning the peonies may have helped. If not, darling, you know, again, just Google it if you're really worried about them. And I've got peonies behind this wall here, and mine are the cerise pink. They have been since I've had them, so I must be doing something right. And so have a wonderful day. Again, please subscribe to the world, to your family, to every member you can think of, every general public, whomever. I'll be more than grateful, guys, and have a wonderful day. I will do a close-up, so take care, good health, and God bless, and enjoy the rest of your day as well. I love you lots, and all the best. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Oh, it's been nearly another 2-hour video, guys. It's all that chatting and that thing. So there is your orchid, your pink orchid with your gypsophilia. And it is a UV protected one as well, so it won't fade. Your little rosebuds. And look at the beautiful roses with a little hint of yellow in. Sunshine yellow. Your gypsophilia, different sort down there with your ficus, your rose leaf here, your bit of the twig that I took off the garden and sprayed, and your boxwood inside there as well. And also, let me just grab it and turn it around, your little baby carnations. Aren't they sweet? And then the wheat also. So, and then the marano with the love heart, and just the baby pink silk bow with just 2 loops. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope you give it a go. All the best. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.